Welcome to episode 2 of Be Scared. There was this one time in particular that we moved into our new house that was in the last story, and I had my girlfriend with me. We had just came out and we had just started, we didn't really even come out yet. Like, we were just kind of like being ourselves and people were kind of picking up on it, if that makes sense. And we had talked her mom into letting her stay a couple weeks with me while we got the new house situated, because we moved 5 hours away. So we knew we weren't going to get to see each other very much. And we were in the living room watching a movie, and we had the sheets pulled over us, and all of a sudden there's a gust of wind that comes under the sheet, and we were just thinking like, oh, we're batshit crazy, like that didn't really just happen. And then we both feel something grab our calves and squeeze really fucking hard, and it scared us. It scared the shit out of us, because this was like the first week in the house, and we'd felt some activity, but we hadn't been anything crazy. And we had bruises on our legs from that situation. And then a couple months later, the spirit started getting more active. And there was one night specifically that I've never been one to sleep. I have insomnia. And I was watching a movie, and I had my headphones in, and I had my phone. And the way that the house was set up was that my bedroom was at the very end on this side, and the bathroom was at the very end on this side. And my bedroom was built on. It was built on to be like a porch, like a sunroom. And I used it as my bedroom because I love natural light, because I'm an artist. And I was walking through the house at around the witching hour, and I had my phone in my hands and my headphones in, and it was extremely cold, even though it was in the middle of August. So I remember that being really weird, especially because our house did not have the best air conditioner. But I didn't think anything of it, and I walked into the bathroom, closed the door, and then turned the light on because I didn't want to wake up my brother, whose room was right next to the bathroom. And whenever I was done, I turned off the light and then opened the door and stepped into the hallway. And as soon as I stepped in the hallway, I felt footsteps behind my feet. And I started walking, and I could feel them right behind my feet. And it was just like this overwhelming sense of somebody was behind me. I was freezing cold. And so I decided to book it. And I sprinted from the middle of the hallway all the way down to my bedroom door, and I slammed my door shut, and there was no one behind me, but you could feel the glass door rattle from the speed at which somebody smacked into it, or what's like the speed the air smacked into it. And I was not running that fast. And the rest of that night, I couldn't sleep because I kept feeling like someone was watching me. And my dog at the time was dead asleep, and it was around 4:30, and he woke up like out of nowhere and stared at a specific spot on the glass door where I felt like I saw something, and just all of the hair on his neck stood up, started this soul curdling growl. And he was the sweetest dog in the world. He knew no stranger, and he never acted like that before. And then after that night, he started doing that almost constantly. And he would lay there, and he would be sleeping, and he'd be facing that just to make sure that I was safe. And he would wake up going ballistic every single night for months. And it got to the point in that house where we had to do protective things for our safety, because we were getting scared that he was going to escalate the spirit. I don't know, I just have a feeling that it was he. And we lined all the entrances and exits with salt. This was back before I was more knowledgeable, but we used sage to cleanse the house. And I remember that it only worked for about a week and a half. And then we got evicted out of literally nowhere. We were just told that we had to get out. So whatever it was that was there really didn't want us there anymore because we were trying to keep ourselves safe. Which is bizarre, but you know.